Hello, how are you? This is Rachel from Sweet Bee Paper Co. I am here with a really easy tutorial for some flat mail or some snail mail that you can send to a friend or to your pen pal. These are super simple to make using 6x6 pieces of paper. I'm also hosting a little giveaway in this video, so make sure you stay to the end of the video. But I will be sending a lucky commenter one of these envelopes that they pick out full of a little bit of goodies from me. And this is also Open International, but make sure you watch the video, and I have that at the end on how to enter. So let's get busy. These are really easy to make, but I'm going to show you in detail how to do them. And if you're worried about paper placement with some of your papers, we also talk about that as well. So let's get busy. I am here with another snail mail idea video, flat mail idea. I was working on a letter to one of my pen pals today, so I wanted to show you what I'm sending and how to make these super simple envelopes. I've seen a couple people show them on videos, Pink Strawberries and someone else, and they're super simple. You just need 6x6, 2 pieces of scrapbook paper. They can be double-sided, single-sided, doesn't matter. These are really easy to make and they're super cute. This is the one that I will be sending to my pen pal. I showed how to make these really quick in my In Love Art Shop video because I'm showing off this die cut here for hello. But this is the envelope I made for that. So I used 2 pieces of single-sided paper. This isn't super thick scrapbook paper, but it turned out so pretty. This is the die cut, and I used like a piece of vintage book page, and that's it. I really didn't go to town decorating it because the paper kind of is a decoration to me. But these are so simple. So it's an envelope with a back pocket. Okay, so you open it up. So I included some little ephemera pieces for her, a vintage picture I think she will really like, a piece of the cardstock I embossed with a napkin on it. So just some bits and bobs here and there for her. When I'm snail mailing or pen paling, especially pen paling, the letter is what's really most important to me, and I like to send a few goodies along with it. But so this back pocket is where I have tucked her letter, and I wrote letter on it, but it would be really cute to like put a little tab on there. So pull that out. It's got a little thumb notch there. So let's tuck that back in. So this is a 5x7 envelope, which I put my new narwhal stamp on the bottom to center because I think it's funny. And this little stamp here is from Peppercorn Paper. It's so cute. So this is it. So this fits down in this 5x7 envelope really nicely. It is nice and flat. I don't want to turn it too much because I've got her and my address on it, but it's nice and flat. So if you are looking to just send something small and a few goodies, this is absolutely perfect for you. So let's make a couple. So like I said, you can use whatever paper you like. So I've got out a few 6x6 paper pads. I would like to maybe make one out of paper in here because I've had this for a while and didn't open it until today. And then I've got this one, might be really pretty, and we'll talk about paper placement too, kind of give you some tips about that. I've got this one. I'm not sure about this one because of how directional the paper is, so we'll see about that one. But don't just limit yourself to your 6x6 pads, if you have, these are obviously not 6x6, but you know, when we're making projects and you're cutting that paper in half and you have those strips, you could save up your strips too and just churn out a bunch of these little envelopes. So check your scraps. Sometimes I'm not even sure what to do with these like size pads. So this one is 6x8, so it's already 6 inches on one side, which is really nice. Oh, that is so cute. So you could use one of these different size ones that you have that you're not sure what to do with. Same with this, same with the 8x8. You know, I'm not sure what to do with some of them sometimes. So you could trim them down and use those. So like this one is double-sided. This one is single-sided. And I believe all of these are single-sided. Just like these. And honestly, it really doesn't matter too much, I don't think, because it's on the inside of this. I think we kind of limit ourselves sometimes thinking, oh, well, it's only single-sided paper, I can't use it. Not true. You can still use it. You could even line this with a vintage book page, or you could stamp on it, or you could write maybe a playlist on here for your pen pal, or maybe your favorite summer meal or something like that on here. That would be really neat too. Now that we've kind of talked about paper, let's pick a couple sheets out. So with the paper I used on this one, the paper is kind of directional, but it doesn't really matter in the end on here which way it's facing. But now look at this design on here. This is definitely, you know, got an up and down design, right? So when I'm thinking about which ones I want to use for these little envelopes, you can make it as big of a deal as you want. You know what I'm saying? You could do this sideways. It really doesn't matter, but if directional paper matters to you. So like this one, I'm thinking about using this red one as the actual pocket part of the envelope. So that would be this front pocket part and the back. So we'd see a lot of this paper. So I'm thinking, well, I would want to use the paper this way. So the pocket on the front of the envelope, when you open it, you're seeing the design vertically, correct? You know what I mean? So the paper you choose for your flap, you're not going to see too much of, right? So I am thinking about, for this one, maybe using this black and white. Wouldn't that be, why is that squeaky? I'm thinking about using that black and white. Wouldn't that be sharp? Definitely different. And then I've got this really, see, I was thinking with the butterflies, this gray would be really cute. So we've got that as an option. So onto this little peony pad. This might be interesting too, but when we turn this up, this is going to be upside down. Okay. You could maybe do it sideways. That might actually be kind of neat. But this would also be, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, this would be really pretty as like the top flap here, right? So let's try that with this design like that. I really like that. And we'll see what it looks like. So this one too, you could do that. What about... So now we're picking the paper that we're going to see the most of. Ooh, that'd be quite a bit of pink, but that's kind of what we're going for, isn't it? So this is kind of super matchy match. Oh, what about this green? Okay, green. And since this paper just kind of has the same design on it, we're not too worried about directional with that, which is kind of nice. I think for now I'm going to stick with these two. Nice, pretty, springy one. And, oh, this has got strawberries on it too. I really want to use this one. And Let's use the little gray flowers. That's kind of cute. I'm going to go ahead and get out the black and white and, oh no. Oops. Score it and kind of put it together and just see what it looks like. So let me get everything ready. Since these have a strip on the top, I'm just going to cut the strips off. Okay, the things you will need are some glue, some decorations if you want, a punch to do a thumb hole on the back, and a corner rounder for the front flaps. So I'm just going to set that here. Next, get your scoreboard out. If you don't have a scoreboard, that is okay. It's not necessary. Okay, so we're going to score at 2.5. Okay, so if you have paper where you are really concerned about your decoration on it and or pattern, which way it's going, just make sure you are putting it in the right spot on your scoreboard. So we decided this was going to be the top flap for this one. So I'm going to, oh no, we decided to do this. Did we decide to do it sideways? So then I would score it this way. Okay. Kind of forgot what we were doing. So 2.5. And then I'm just going to turn it over. Since I'm actually folding it in, I should have, it really doesn't matter. I just think it's easier to score it the way, I guess the valley, whichever way you're going to fold it. So that will be our top flap. That is so pretty. Okay, so this one doesn't matter which way our pattern goes. So the same thing on your bottom part, score at 2.5. That doesn't even look like it was on it, does it? And I'm just laying those down. Getting those creased down. So if you don't have a scoreboard, just take your ruler over to 2.5 and kind of push your paper into it to give you that crease to fold. Okay, so then let's do our red flowers. So this one I want with it folded up like this. So I'm going to score 2.5. And my paper is facing up, so from the top down I scored at 2.5. So my paper direction is going up, and then on the back, this is the back of the envelope here, it's upside down. Let's see how we like it. Oh my gosh, that's just a little too busy for me. This one is just so busy. I do like the gray. The gray kind of tones it down, doesn't it? I honestly think it just needs something plain. No, but let's use this blue. I think the blue matches a little bit better. Okay, so then same thing. Score at 2.5. Okay, so we are finished with the scoreboard. Okay, so next take the one that you know is your top flap, and this is optional, and I'm just going to round the corners on the short side, the 2.5 side. There's the rounded corners on this one here. Okay, so next on your bottom part, so your bottoms your bottoms, the 2.5 inch part will be folded up towards you. Okay, so your larger part, which is 3.5, is in the back, so your fold is at the bottom like this. So what you're going to do, we're going to create the thumb hole in the front, or the thumb notch in the front and in the back. And it's not super duper important that they are kind of matchy, but I kind of try to make sure I at least have them in the center. I use a 2-inch punch for my thumb notches So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it here. And just kind of do the divot part in there. So I'm not going very far into my punch. I really like the shallow look of these. I kind of went too far in on that one, but so we've got it notched on the front and the back. I'm going to do the same thing with my other envelope. Just kind of eyeball it. There we go. So if you were going to ink anything, this is probably the point where I would go ahead and do that. But we are going to go ahead and start gluing. So I would use a liquid glue for this. That way nothing kind of sticks to the sides and it's a little bit easier to use. So what you're going to do is we're going to put them together so you can kind of see how they look. So take your bottom part and kind of open it up. Take your top flap, kind of have it open too. So this bottom piece that's straight, we've done nothing to it. We've not trimmed any, thumb notches or rounded any corners. This is going to go inside here. Push this bottom flap closed. Here's the envelope part, okay, and here's the pocket on the back, and we'll be gluing all of this, but here's the bottom part with your thumb notches. Here's the top part with my flap with the rounded corners. We'll take this completely untouched part that we've not trimmed anything off of and tuck it in there. So now I'm going to glue the front and the back separate. I like doing that separately before so you're not like messing with glue everywhere. So I'm just going to take my glue. So here's the bottom part of the envelope, right? We're just going to take glue and actually put it on the paper on the two sides of your envelope. So see where the thumb notch is? So we're making the actual front part of the envelope. You don't have to put glue along the bottom here. Just make sure you have it kind of lined up and close it. Make sure you're lined up. That's why I like using liquid glue for this, because you have a second to like move things around. But there's the envelope part. Isn't that cute? My paper wasn't completely 6x6 because of the top band, and then I turned the one, and then I didn't do my due diligence to make sure it was actually 6x6. So I'm just trimming it down a little bit. So here's the back. So that's what I was saying on your flat paper. You really don't need to worry too much about your design because a lot of that is hidden. So now we've got the front envelope part done. Here's the back, and we're just going to do glue along the sides of that as well to make the back pocket. Close that up, and there it is. Isn't that cute? So you could decorate this, you could leave it, you could stamp their name on it. Oh, doesn't that look cute? I love this. This is so perfect for spring. Okay, let's go ahead and glue this one here. So I'm just tucking this into the bottom part of the envelope like the first one. And these are pretty decent. This looks so patriotic. I don't know if I'm there for it. Okay, so I'm going to do the two sides on this one. Close it up. And two sides here. These are so easy to make. You could really knock out a whole pad using these. So I'm just going to take some vintage music paper, glue it to the front, and put this little die cut on there. Okay, there we go. Aren't those so pretty? I love them. I love this peony one in the green. And this one turned out so much better with adding the vintage book page on it. I love this red and white paper. It's so cute. And I also have one of these that I kind of made with opposite paper or different paper than this one. So like the title says, this is kind of a little bit of a surprise giveaway for these. Let me know which one you like the most in the comments below, and I will send it to you with a little bit of goodies inside. I'm going to try to keep it pretty flat and inexpensive so I can ship it wherever. So this is open international. Just leave me a comment. Let me know which one you like the most. The red and blue one, the pink and green, or this, I guess this is pink and blue. But yeah, just leave me a comment and let me know which one you like, and I will have this up for about a week open, and I will be responding to your comment if you have won the giveaway. And the way I draw from a YouTube comment is I just count how many comments there are and do random number generator, and whichever comment that is, you are the one that wins. So yeah, these are super easy. Let me know if you make them too. Really easy to send to a pen pal, and or to just send some happy mail to a friend. But yeah, if you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added color.